The University of North Carolina's soccer team core values number 1. You are listening to The Competitor's Brain. This is Lauren Fox, and this is episode number 61. So after a very long, illustrious career, which saw women's soccer go from a really niche sport into one that's now in the spotlight, Anson Dorrance has now retired as the coach at UNC. And while his career has had some ups and downs, he did churn out a number of excellent soccer players over the years. And what he also did was instill in his team a great set of core values. And it became a point of pride among the players on the team that they were going to follow those core values. So we're going to go over those one at a time. The first one that is in there is don't whine. And I'll read this directly from the program. So let's begin with this. We don't whine. This individual can handle any situation and never complain about anything on or off the field. And then a quote from George Bernard Shaw. The true joy in life is to be a force of fortune instead of a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy. So you think about the players that he's talking to. All right, they're at a Division I program. At that point, probably the best Division I program, University of North Carolina. They have been very fortunate to get where they are. And he wants to remind them that they are fortunate to be where they are and that it's not a reason to whine regardless of what your situation is, because the world, in this case the soccer program, will not devote itself to making you happy. The second piece comes from Bob Tewksbury, who's a performance psychologist and sports performance coach. And Tewks says, thoughts become things. If you're devoted to finding what the issues are within the program, you're going to find them. And ultimately, you're going to drag your experience down. And when the time comes, instead of being ready for whatever the situation is, you're so upset by whatever's making you upset, you've been whining about, that you're not ready for the situation. You're only focused on what the negative is, and you kind of drag yourself down into a little bit of basically you circle the drain until you're actually in the drain. And the third thing is sometimes we like to try to find the burr in our own saddle. And what I mean by that is there's a little thing that gets underneath your saddle if your horse makes you upset. And in this case, well, you're trying to find something within the program that's making you upset. So what he's trying to start with is don't whine. He's trying to make a culture of people who realize that they are excellent soccer players and that they have control over the situation. And ultimately, that's going to lead them to championships, and that's going to lead them to become a better program, because your program isn't necessarily the strengths of the best ones in your program. It's the strength of your entire roster.